Hey everybody, it's What's for Dinner. How is everyone doing on this Tuesday? It's Tuesday, right? Or is it Groundhog's Day? Can't remember. Anyway, the sun is shining in San Diego, so that makes it super awesome. And Chef Stefano from Piazza 1909, which is located on Fay Avenue in La Jolla, the other day did this cooking segment from his kitchen at his house. And Chef Stefano and his wife Roberta are so crazy, amazing, generous, and have helped in so many ways with charity events that I've done in the past. And I've always wanted to make pear Gorgonzola cream sauce. So I'm going to be making pear Gorgonzola cream sauce. And what I found interesting, I'm only pretending from what Chef Stefano did the other day. But from what I saw, he takes the Gorgonzola and he puts it in a pan and he heats it. So it doesn't have anything else with it. It's just the Gorgonzola kind of melting a little bit. He actually used like a chunk of Gorgonzola. I have crumbled Gorgonzola, but it is what it is, and we're going to use what we have. And then once it melted, he then took some heavy cream, poured it into the saute pan. So he's got that low and slow. He's got the Gorgonzola going with the heavy cream. So I like a lot. So I'm gonna put a lot in the pan and then just put that on low. And then I have water boiling in the back because we discovered something so awesome and now we have no idea where we got it. So if anybody knows where this is from, you have to tell us. It's edamame spaghetti. Has anybody ever seen this? It's got like bajillions of grams of protein. It's keto friendly. So we discovered it and this is all we have left. So we're gonna boil some of this edamame pasta up. And in a separate pan, once the Gorgonzola kind of melts and gets a little creamy with this, in a separate saute pan, we're actually gonna take some garlic. He used shallots, I don't have any. So when we're celebrating COVID-19 and it's What's for Dinner, we improvise. But I know that Chef Stefano used shallots and a little bit of olive oil. And then he took, oh my gosh, a work of art. He took a pear and he sliced the pear like it was a piece of art. And he only used one pear. And since there's two of us, and hopefully Jan next door will get some over to her, our neighbor, he just sauteed these very thinly sliced pears in the saute pan with the garlic, in his case, shallots, and I think a little bit of butter and a little bit of olive oil. So once you have that all set, I would have thought that the pears went in the Gorgonzola cream sauce, but they don't. They go into, and I'm using my Cutco knife, and I am not doing an infomercial. It just happens to be from my heart that I love the darn thing. Eric knows. And so because I don't have the shallots, I'm using, oh, not ginger, wrong thing. Stay tuned. I got to get garlic. That would have been pretty horrific. So I'm getting some garlic, much better garlic, that'll add to the separate pan. And then I had pre-done and pounded about a week ago, and then I froze a big batch of marinated chicken breasts that I pounded out. I actually don't have a rolling pin, so I use a wine bottle, and I am just blessed and grateful that so far I have not whacked it and it, spilled and blew up all over the house. Oh, this rose is from our neighbor Jan's garden. We have a few of them in the back. So anyway, I'm going to then sear some chicken breasts, saute them on the pan. I'm going to put the Gorgonzola cream sauce over the chicken. And then I'm also going to add, because he doesn't mix the pear pan and the cream sauce, he separated them. So the cream Gorgonzola will go over the chicken. Then I'll add the caramelized kind of sauteed pears to that. And we will serve it with some of this high protein, keto friendly edamame pasta. So that is What's for Dinner. And super excited that I kind of thought about it ahead of time and defrosted the chicken. Because, when we're working and we're out and about and we're running these crazy fast-paced lives, we don't often think about what's for dinner, right? We come home, we're like, oh my God, I forgot to defrost something or put something out. And all of a sudden we are just like, ordering takeout, what have you, or to go. Oh, and I wanted to let you know that we were going to go down to Mitch's Seafood, because Mitch's Seafood in Point Loma has this huge crabs, like this big, from like right out of the water, and they were preparing crab dinners. Even though Philip Fredrickson is deathly allergic to shellfish, he was going to awesomely go down there and get a crab dinner for me, and he called the place and they had sold out. Glad they sold out, super stoked that they don't have leftover crab that they have to worry about. But I also am sad I didn't get the crab dinner. So hopefully this week we'll do that. And called a couple other places to see about doing curbside. But I think Mondays and Tuesdays, less of the restaurants are doing their curbside food. So the other thing I wanted to tell you is today we had our live Zoom conversation with Dr. Ken Druck, and unfortunately the feed did not feed to our Facebook Live, which it was supposed to do. So we're going to be posting that and sharing a lot of the questions and answers and some of Dr. Ken Druck's insights on how we're all going to meet the unprecedented challenges of COVID-19 and become a better version of ourselves. And he talked about, what it's like to be a working mom and juggling that and co-parenting and isolation and loneliness, and the fact, like, how are we going to hug each other again? And his father-in-law is very ill, and when they go to visit him, they have to stay very far apart. And his name is Beto. And Beto told Ken that this is a hug. So for right now, when we can't actually embrace our friends, family, loved ones, what we can do is just put our hands together like this and give a giant, giant amount of love to that person. So I thought that was a really good lesson. He also suggested that we write 10 things down about ourselves and what we'd like to be in 6 months. So 10 different things of helping make us better people, something that we want to do differently, something that we may have learned that we can take away from this isolation and this new normal. And, somebody on our call, Tammy, asked, how are we going to integrate and how are we going to hug people? And somebody else talked about people get mad if you want to, respect the whole social distancing, which I don't like. I like physical distancing while staying socially connected virtually. But, the whole physical distancing, and they may not wear a mask or gloves or, I saw my great niece in Buffalo posted today that she's like, what's happening? All these people are out and about. People are out at stores. People are out and about. Like, what's going on? This is not over. We still are needing to stay physically distant while staying socially connected virtually. I haven't seen anybody give us a green light that we're allowed to, just throw caution to the wind and start, mass hugging everybody. But eventually we will, right? We're all going to get out of this. We're all in it together. And I think, it's just a great opportunity for us to do a lot of deep dives to see what type of person we can become on the other side. So for that, it's what's for dinner: pear gorgonzola cream sauce, edamame keto-friendly pasta, sauteed chicken breast, and that's it. So have a great night. Talk to you later.